Hello friend, welcome back to SS Coins History Certainly. Here's a comprehensive overview of the Elizabeth II $2 coins from 1995 and 1998, detailing their history, geography, circulation, and value in both circulated and uncirculated conditions. Obverse features a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Raphael Maclauff. Reverse depicts an Aboriginal elder, representing Indigenous Australian heritage. Certainly. Here's a detailed and comprehensive overview of the 1995 Canadian Elizabeth II $2 coin, including its history, geography, circulation, and conditions, circulated versus uncirculated. The year 1995 marked a significant turning point in Canadian numismatics with the introduction of the $2 coin, popularly known as the toonie. The toonie replaced the $2 banknote, which was being phased out to reduce production costs and improve durability in Canadian currency. The coin features the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, symbolizing Canada's status as a constitutional monarchy and its historical ties to the British Crown. The move from paper to metal followed the earlier success of the $1 coin, loonie, introduced in 1987. The Royal Canadian Mint officially released the toonie into circulation on February 19, 1996, but the coins are dated 1995, marking their minting year. Obverse, front. Features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. Designed by Dora de Pettery Hunt, this portrait was used from 1990 to 2002. Inscriptions: Elizabeth II Dei Regina, Latin for, Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen. Reverse, back. Features a polar bear on an ice floe, symbolizing the Canadian Arctic. Designed by Brent Townsend, an Ontario wildlife artist. Inscriptions: Canada $2 1995. Composition: bimetallic structure. Outer ring, nickel. 92% copper, 6% aluminum, 2% nickel. Weight, 7.3 grams. Diameter, 28 millimeters. This was Canada's first bimetallic coin, setting a standard for high-denomination coins to follow. The coin's imagery reflects both Canada's geography and national identity. The polar bear, native to Canada's Northern Territories, is an iconic symbol of Canadian wildlife. The design emphasizes Canada's commitment to environmental preservation and awareness of Arctic regions. Queen Elizabeth II's effigy reflects Canada's status as a Commonwealth realm, and her presence on the coin maintains continuity in Canadian numismatics. Mintage year, 1995, first released in early 1996. Total coins produced, approximately 375,483,000 coins were minted in 1996 with the 1995 date. This massive production run was intended to quickly phase out the $2 banknote and ensure nationwide availability of the new coinage. Over time, circulated toonies can show signs of wear such as surface scratches or dings, toning or discoloration, especially where the two metals meet, fading of fine details, particularly in Queen Elizabeth's hair and the polar bear's fur. Estimated value, 2025 typically ranges from face value, $2 Canadian, to about $3 Canadian depending on condition and collector interest. Uncirculated condition, mint state. An uncirculated or mint state, MS, 1995 toonie remains in pristine condition. No wear, scratches, or signs of handling. Sharp edges and crisp details. Bright luster from the original minting process. Commonly found in Royal Canadian Mint sets. Graded coins, e.g., MS 65 or higher by NGC/PCGS, can command higher prices. Estimated value, 2025 between $5 to $25 Canadian, depending on grade and market demand. The 1995 toonie is of high interest primarily for historical and novelty reasons, being the first year of issue. While not rare due to high mintage, uncirculated coins and mint sets are collectible. 1995 dated proof and uncirculated sets, including 1995 specimen set, 1995 proof set. 1996 Collector's Set, featuring the 1995 toonie. These sets preserve the coin in perfect condition and are sought after by numismatists. The 1995 Elizabeth II $2 coin, toonie, marks a milestone in Canadian currency, symbolizing innovation, national pride, and the modernization of money. Though widely circulated, its historical significance makes it a must-have for collectors. Uncirculated examples and mint sets offer greater collector value, while circulated coins remain a symbol of Canadian heritage in everyday use. Would you like help identifying the? Here is a detailed script, minimum 7 minutes of spoken content, about the 1998 Elizabeth II $2 coin, toonie, from Canada, covering its history, geography, circulation, and condition. Title: The 1998 Elizabeth II $2 coin, A Journey Through History and Value. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating story behind the 1998 Canadian $2 coin, featuring Queen Elizabeth II, commonly known as the toonie. We'll explore the history behind its creation, its design, geographical distribution, minting details, and the coin's value today in both circulated and uncirculated condition. Whether you're a numismatist or just curious about Canadian currency, this is a coin with a rich and modern story worth telling. To begin, the $2 coin was introduced in Canada in 1996, replacing the $2 banknote. The government and Royal Canadian Mint decided this move would be more cost-effective in the long term due to the longer lifespan of coins compared to paper money. The coin was quickly nicknamed the toonie, a blend of two and loonie, the nickname for the $1 coin which features a loon on the reverse. By 1998, 2 years into its circulation, the toonie had become a familiar part of daily life in Canada. This was still early in its history, and the Royal Canadian Mint was refining the process of creating the bimetallic coin, made with a nickel outer ring and aluminum bronze inner core. The 1998 toonie features a right-facing portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, designed by Dora de Petrie Hunt. This portrait had been introduced in 1990 and shows a more mature version of the monarch. Surrounding her image are the inscriptions, Elizabeth II, and D.G. Regina, which stands for, De Gratia Regina, Latin for, By the Grace of God, Queen. On the reverse, we see the iconic image of a polar bear standing on an ice floe, a design created by artist Brent Townsend. This powerful image was intended to represent the vast wilderness and Arctic wildlife of Canada. The bear's setting, icy, northern, stark, is a symbol of Canada's environment and the strength of its wildlife. The year 1998 and the denomination, $2, also appear on the reverse. The toonie was, and continues to be, circulated nationwide across Canada, from major cities like Toronto and Vancouver to the small Arctic communities of Nunavut. It is a fundamental part of Canadian commerce and is widely accepted in every province and territory. One interesting geographical note is the inspiration for the coin's reverse, the polar bear. It represents not just a specific animal but an entire biome, the Arctic and subarctic regions of Canada, where polar bears roam. This ties the coin to the natural geography of northern Canada, making it both a financial instrument and a miniature tribute to the country's environment. In 1998, the Royal Canadian Mint produced 27,460,000 toonies for general circulation. This number is relatively high, indicating the coin was inactive and widespread. For collectors focusing on the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, this coin is also a part of her long numismatic legacy, particularly tied to her 1990s portrait period, which ran until 2003. Whether you're collecting by date, by monarch, or by theme, such as wildlife or Arctic imagery, the 1998 toonie is a strong, affordable, and visually iconic addition to any Canadian coin collection. So, next time you come across a toonie in your change, take a closer look. If it says 1998, you're holding a little piece of Canadian history in your hands, one that reflects not just a monarch and a denomination, but the spirit of the North and the enduring strength of a country's coinage system. Would you like this as a printable PDF or want images to go with each part of the script?